turn. You can fold or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch him hate, watch him lurk. Can't relate, watch you skirt. Out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murks, at the gate, on site. Red breed, red tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I've been grinding since a youngin', they told me my timing was coming. I've been hustling with no fun and forget all the fame, get the money. I'm out in LA where it's sunny. I've been eating since a youngin', since we ain't have food in our tummy. The life we was living ain't funny, but you cannot take nothing from me. Put that on my mama, my daughter, my cousin, my brother, I'll show you. Way better than I can tell you. The type of dreams that they sell you. That's why I learned from my failures. Don't do the handouts or the favors. Told my brother I'ma get this paper. Was left behind, I'll see it later. To keep it real, you don't need to wait up. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, but how you gon' act?
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it go. 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 I remember sleeping. Now I get it go.
Irresponsible without your money or not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hand on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. In my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a parent a message. You the best, if it ain't me, then you need you a confession. You a mess. You ain't scary to me. Heard you was the leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you like Cheetah, run up down the air in the scene. Now feel just like Vegeta Prince, and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's soft, so I don't even grab the wheel. That's a lot on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Man, I'm walking with some money, man, I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all those losers think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hand on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break about me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a ball of hot soup. And there's no catch, I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 444 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you went first, you last. Little boy, that's facts, I'ma throw that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. I got a crowd wrapping around the whole town for me. Name on my proud, got a thou in the balcony. Nah, I don't hear no clown talking foul on me. Won't shoot me down, send the cavalry. It been a while since I had time for me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Hello. Max March out with the polo. Like my style, don't ya? Nights like this, I wish I was with ya. On my turf, roll out the Henry Rux. She like when I hit the receiver.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Which of these 0-3 teams will visit the win column for the first time? We'll see. We're underway here in Week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check 41. Leave it, 48. Here I come.
On play action, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Cook, the ball carrier.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook.
Cousins pass. 3
yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. On 3rd down, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
On the return comes Cobb. Shrugs him off. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
32-yard line.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
55 is mine, guys. 55. All day. All day.
Here's Watson. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Trying to get it that time to Stills.
2 more yards.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. From the 10, 1st and goal.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Back to throw, Watson. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Touchdown.
Brandon Cooks. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
That's feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start, but it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
David Johnson, the ball carrier.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after 1.
Vikings nothing.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
One of my favorite safeties in the league is Harrison Smith. His ability to support in the run game, as we just saw there, that's key, but also can cover deep as well.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 27 yards there, a first down.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
From the red zone now, Watson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Thus far, they haven't been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
He's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
At the 1-yard
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
On the play. 2nd and goal at the Vikings.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
65. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
1 yard on the
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Check 41. Drop deep.
They go play action. Cousins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Minnesota.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Three down.
Cousins. To Jefferson on the slant. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, first and 10. Cook following the penalty, and he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now left side on the swing pass. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
It's a gain of 11, and it's third down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Alexander Madison, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now.
Makes the score Texans 9, Vikings 7.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Texans take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off of play action, it's Watson. Rolling to his right. Open man, the tight end fails. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Well, he was trying to make something happen there outside of the pocket, but ultimately what did happen was a loss of yardage.
Yeah, he held on to it for a long time, didn't he? As you talked about, trying to make something happen, hoping something would come open, but it didn't. Ends up shoveling it off, ends up going for negative play.
On the left side, this is Stills. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10.
Catch there by Kenny Stills, and he joined Houston last season and showed once again, as he has shown throughout his career, he can be a very reliable, good complementary receiver.
Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 30.
Catch there by Brandon Cooks. And it's hard to believe that he's on his fourth team in 5 years because he's produced everywhere that he's been. Houston hoping to see the Brandon Cooks that they saw in New Orleans, in New England, and in Los Angeles. 2019, though, was his first year under 1,000 yards since 2014. He's looking for a bounce back.
And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Let's hear it.
So far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Watch the run. Check pass.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
55 is my guy, 55. Come on, D.
Now Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Texans 16, Vikings 7. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st down, Vikings.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They run. Cook. Room here to run. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
A gain of 22
One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
Mike 41, Mike 41.
On play action, Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. Cousins to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
They'll run for it with Cook. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
Let's go, D.
Trying the power game with Ham. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown.
C.J. Ham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Extra point try by Bailey.
Point after.
And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score.
Texans 16. Vikings 14.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses them about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ain't it crazy how them tables turn? You can fall or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
55.
Watson a give. This is Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Watson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Brought down right.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas.
Hey, check Mike.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
Good catch there by Randall Cobb. We know him as a longtime Packer who spent last season in Dallas. Now he brings his veteran presence to Houston, where he can help the young quarterback, Deshaun Watson, continue to develop.
Here comes Abdullah on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case. And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. Now Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings.
Pass complete.
Justin Jefferson, 94 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Terrell Suggs, one of the best in the business at finding the QB, gets home there. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Stay with your man.
From the gun, here's Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The rookie Cameron Dantzler picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
1st and 10.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
On the tackle. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, it's Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
At the 19-yard
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It's a gain of 5.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
At the 14-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
To Adam Thielen.
A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. So 1st and goal. 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Cook. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
At the 2-yard line.
They try again with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up
first play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the 2-point conversion. Field goals are going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush. Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Now it's Watson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Texans on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4.
No. Off. 54.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's letting it fly for Cooks and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
Harrison Smith on the coverage.
Here we go.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. It fights him off. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that play was pretty well doomed right from the start. The pressure was really affecting him. Collapsed everything in the pocket. He had to move around, try to get it downfield. Incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Steps away. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And no, it's incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Tackle made back at the 10-yard line.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Brings up third down.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Today's final score.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Vikings, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. That's a flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. Flag on the play. Hold up. That's a flag on the play. Let's go.